Brahman, the pure consciousness or pure intelligence, is otherwise known as Chit or Chaitanya. Chit or Brahman undergoes 4 stages of change. When Chit is seen with Maya, it is known as Antaryami, or from the devotional point of view, it is known as Ishwar. When Chit is seen with the totality of all the subtle bodies, then it is known as Hiranyagarbha or Sutratma. And from the devotional point of view, it is known as Brahmadeva. Brahmadeva is entirely different from Brahman, because Brahman is pure consciousness, whereas Brahmadeva or Hiranyagarbha is a manifestation of the Maya. When Chit is seen with the totality of the gross bodies, Sthula Sharira, then it is known as a Virat. So Chit undergoes first 4 stages of change. That is, first is Antaryami, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, and then comes all the infinite forms and their own names. When I say change, it is not the change that we know. That is, when a change happens, it entirely leaves or loses its original nature and becomes something else. It is not a change like that. For example, if I paint a picture, then that paint changes to that picture. Just like that, Brahman, without leaving its original state or nature, changes to Antaryami, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, and the infinite beings. The body or the form of all the infinite beings in this world is a combination of the 5 basic elements, that is the Panchabhutas. And the base of all these forms, all these infinite forms, is Brahman, Brahman alone. That is the pure consciousness, or it is otherwise known as Chit. When the base is same, when all the objects, the base of all the objects is same, then what is that which makes some of the objects inert and some of them intelligent? Some of them are living, they have intelligence, and some of the objects are inert. So what is the difference? When the base is same, that is also the base is intelligence. So what is that which makes this change? The reason is the sukshma sarira. When a form has a sukshma sarira, then definitely it will reflect intelligence. That is, it will reflect Chit. The reflection of a Chit is called Chittabhasa or Chit Chaya. When a form has sukshma sarira, it definitely reflects intelligence, and that form is said as a living form, or that form express or reflect or reveal intelligence. The forms that do not have the sukshma sarira, they remain as inert objects. And I have said in my previous video, that is the video titled 3 Bodies and 5 Layers, I have detailedly explained about the sukshma sarira. Sukshma sarira, to put in a nutshell, it's a combination of 5 pranas, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, the mind, intellect, and the division of the mind, chitta and ahankara. Chitta is the memory. So when a form has the sukshma sarira, it will definitely reflect intelligence. The other inert objects, they do not have the sukshma sarira, that is the subtle body. So they just remain as form and they have a low level of energy, because without energy they cannot remain as a form, and they emit low level of energy also, but they do not reveal intelligence. Only in the human beings, in the human form, the subtle body is well developed. Mainly the mind and the five senses are perfectly developed only in the human beings. And that's why the human beings are very unique and they reflect intelligence. Even in the lower bodies like bodies of the animals, bodies of the plants and other beings, they do have sukshma sarira, but they are not well developed. Only in the human beings it is perfectly developed. The nature of Brahman is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is existence, Chit is intelligence, and Ananda is bliss. When there is intelligence, Chit, then definitely there will be Ananda, bliss with it. The inert objects, they reveal or they show only the existence, that is the Sat nature of Brahman. The human beings reveal or reflect the entire nature of Brahman, that is the Satchidananda nature of Brahman. You may ask, how is it possible? I can relate a metaphor with it. Suppose take Agni and heat some water in it. The nature of Agni is heat and light. If you boil the water, only the heat nature of Agni is revealed by water and the light nature of Agni is suppressed. Whereas when you heat an iron ball, the heat nature as well as the light nature of Agni is revealed by that iron ball. That's why we say red hot iron. Just like that, the inert objects exhibit or express or reveal only the Sat nature. It exists just like that. It does not reveal any intelligence. And the human beings, where the subconscious, where the subtle body is well developed, the human beings reveal, show, express intelligence. That's the difference why some objects are inert and some objects are intelligent. Even in the revealing intelligence, if the subtle body is very pure, that is when we have a very pure mentality, then the revealing or the reflection of the intelligence is very bright. So that's the difference between the inert objects and the intelligence. Thank you for watching.